It's the middle of the winter right now, but it's a beautiful sunny day, and I'm just toasting here, so I thought I'd do this outside and soak in some sunlight. So, creativity, the ability to produce or use original or unusual ideas. I guess in its purest form, it is coming up with something out of nothing. But how do we do that? I believe that we don't. We simply can't. There is no such thing as coming up with something out of nothing. We have memories and experiences, things that we have seen, smelled, felt, touched, or heard. We can't simply forget all that we have lived and experienced, and now, somehow, come up with something out of the void of nothingness. We are inevitably bound to what we know, and that is my whole point. Are we then, by definition, not creative? I guess not. Everything comes from something else. Say we put together peanut butter, jelly, and bread. Had no one done this before, was I the creative that invented the peanut butter jelly sandwich? Or did I simply put together three things to make something new? See, everything has to come from somewhere. Let's not kid ourselves here. We're not reinventing the wheel. We consume things every day in one way or another throughout our whole lives. There's a constant input of information being fed into our brains, and therefore we are influenced by these things. What we really do when we come in contact with different ideas is we consume, we digest, we process, and then we store it in our minds. From that, we can combine them, modify them, add our spin to them, or completely repurpose them. Nothing is really truly unique, and that's okay. What we as creatives create is no more than things that we had already come in contact with that we then altered and put back out into the world. It's the result of us, our minds, our personalities. It's us crafting our own version of things that already existed. I believe that's what being creative is. It's really shaping the world to your liking. It's putting ideas together to create new ones. It's a Lego. It's putting building blocks together to build something new. With this being put, I want to ask you a question. As a creative, who are you? Think about it. What do you do? How do you do it? What's your style? What defines you? With that, there are two exercises to help you find your own style. The first one was introduced to me by Scott over at Tin House Studios YouTube channel. There's a video there where he talked about this, and I want to reiterate it. If you could only have one project to define your whole career, what would it be? I think that question helps you find your niche and your style. So I want you to gather 20 photos, videos, projects, songs, whatever field of the creative arts you pursue, and I want you to go over them one by one. I want you to group them together and find the similarities between them. Then I want you to delete the odd ones out. Then I want you to repeat this until you get a concise and solid idea out of the selection that you're left with. Now I want you to look at them and note down what it is that you like about them. The colors, the textures, the subjects, the compositions, the perspectives, the stories that they tell. And that's your niche and your style. Maybe it's shooting old watches on film cameras. Maybe it's shooting people in black and white with cityscape backgrounds. There's your subject and your style. The second exercise I want to leave you with is as follows. I want you to list down artists and pieces of work that you truly admire. Anything that inspires you in any way. Now, below each of their names, I want you to create two columns. One for the things that you like and one for the things that you dislike about them. Now, you don't need to write an essay for each of them, just a couple of ideas and keywords. I want you to do this for every name that you wrote down. Then again, I want you to go over all of them, and I want you to find and list all the common denominators. You will now have a list of things that you like and dislike about this work that inspires you. And hopefully this is a way that allows you to be more in touch with what it is that you truly appreciate in this work, what resonates with you. And hopefully it gives you a sense of direction, a more clear path with what you want to create and what you want to achieve. This will also guide you towards the type of audience that you want to attract and what it is that they want to see from you. I hope you get a better sense of who you are and what it is that you like after doing these exercises. There is so much out there nowadays that I think it gets very easy to get drawn into many different directions. This will hopefully cure that feeling and set you down a more clear path. There should also be a video out soon about where to find inspiration as a creative, so go and watch that if you're lacking some creative juices. That video, you can go ahead and apply some of these exercises that I just gave you, and you're off to finding your own voice. I hope you found some value. Best to you, and stay safe.